Gemini, all signs. The message for new moon in Gemini is the bird call outside your window is the first beat of a symphony. So if you don't know what this means that the first inspiration to something is the first call for that to be a project, for that to be a business success. Because what we forget is that first inspiration, that first call to take a class or to do something is actually, no matter how small, no matter how tiny, no matter how insignificant, is actually that first initiation into your legacy. So we have Six of Autumn. This is the good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. We also have Princess of Winter. This is being inquisitive, truthful, realistic, undiplomatic. We have information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or adult. We also have the Wheel. This is delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. At the back of the deck, we have unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. So the shadow of this new moon is that while the new moon energy is about new projects, you might actually be bringing on your subconscious. So look into your subconscious and how your subconscious is actually weaving what's coming in. Because we see two doves and there's a rope. So think about your subconscious is actually the one that's weaving. And you're not able to actually create your future if you're not first working through your subconscious and working through an unfounded fear. So I feel in this new moon in Gemini, you're going to discover a new fear, an unfound fear, something that's inhibiting you, but it's actually, you don't want to think too much about this fear because it might trigger you to obsess about how it limits you. With the Wheel, I am definitely seeing that there's like a weaver archetype. In this imagery, it's depicting Rapunzel, but I'm seeing you're weaving some part of you in order to create something larger. So like hair is a small detail, but it creates weaving is in regards to creating a blanket to keep you warm. In fact, it's weaving hair is symbolism because hair is connected to our mind, and Gemini is about communication. So this is definitely talking about being tentative to what is in your subconscious, newfound fears that are coming up that are being weaved from your mind. But as we see here, both of these cards are letting us know there's going to be something unexpected coming to you, but it is warning you to borrow wisely if you have to borrow. Definitely look at contracts, making contracts if you have to borrow money from individuals, and you might get an inflow of money that's going to be able to repay someone else. And especially with the Gemini energy, we're seeing that there will be a conversation that might be difficult to either articulate or to be tentative on how you speak to others. But it's about, there will be information coming in that is in correspondence with the relationship you have with money and other people. Weaving your own hair, I'm getting that this is something that you already, kind of a strange imagery to get, but this is something that you already have in your substance. Like it's something that already naturally grows on you or within you or from you, that you have an abundance of, and you're able to create something bigger with it. There might be something from that where the product you're creating, actually you don't get any, there isn't like a restriction of money where you have to like invest in something else to make the business happen. We have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So this is about trusting your intuition. We have trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. And we have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And as I've clarified, or as I've stated, Gemini energy is about communication. It's about the mind because it is air energy. And I'm getting that with the weaving and breaking the chain is that because she's using her hair follicles to create something new. So she's using her own DNA to create a new pattern. So this is something created in the DNA, recreating the subconscious pattern and using those patterns that have been repeating and then creating a new pattern, creating a new incision to break the chain. And often we see chains with weavers, like literal weavers that create blankets. Being more in line, in tune with your body, and knowing that if you're waiting, if you feel like you're waiting on something, trust the timing, trust the wave. In order to trust the wave, we have to be in tune with all our feelings, with our body, with our body's signals. 3 of Swords, King of Swords, and 5 of Wands. Ooh. What is this? We have 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is illusions. There's definitely going to be some information that's going to be backstabbing. There could be a three swords, 3 parties that are backstabbing, and we can see that there's a Saturn in the middle of this particular 3 of Swords, and Saturn gives us lessons. Through this pain, you're cultivating, it's a cultivation of a lesson that's being learned through pain. Saturn often is giving us a hard lesson, and fact of the matter with Saturn is that if we're not listening to our intuition, is then the lessons that Saturn gives us are going to be a lot harder. But if we're listening to our intuition, we're getting signals of where we need to turn next in our path, where we need to swivel, where we need to stop, then the lessons aren't going to be as hard because we're in tune with the universe's plan, with the universe's timing. But the fact of the matter is, information that's coming in with this new moon in Gemini, it could be something it can be helpful in the sense it's clearing your path, but it may be difficult to hear. This can be betrayals, but it can also just be a painful situation, such as ending of contracts, or ending of business, or ending of a job, or something that's kind of just like surprising. And 3 of Swords, even if everyone corresponds with 3 of Swords with that it has to do with emotions, 3 of Swords is intellectual because it has to do with the swords, but it's stabbing the heart chakra. But it's about Saturn, it's about a lesson that's needed to learn through the heart. This information that you're going to hear is the 3 of Swords is confirming the Princess of Winter information. This information will help you, but it will be difficult to hear, and it might turn you cold, as we can see with the Winter and the Snow Leopard. Or the person that's coming towards you with this information might be trying to assist you in this painful situation in clearing out the illusions, but it might be hard to hear. So you are going to be provided plentiful of choices, plentiful of opportunities, but you have to listen to your intuition of which one is correct for you, because there is a sentiment that the wrong choice will bring you hardship. The wrong choice will bring you heartbreak. And I'm seeing that there's a King of Swords that is willing to create bloodshed. But with the King of Swords, it's creating bloodshed because we see this drop, which for me, I instantly heard bloodshed through enlightenment. putting down your sword, speaking through your sword, through your mind, being blunt, clear cut, your intentions, your values to what is going to grow your kingdom, is going to grow your crown, was going, and then we see the star, so this is the north path through enlightenment of the mind, enlightenment through communication and clearing, cutting through what is simply just distractions. The Seven of Cups is also kind of a deadly card in the sense I'm getting the imagery of when you go out and an individual provides you a cup, but they put a substance in it that will get you more drowsy because they have more deadly alternative motives. So it's important to be with the King of Swords energy. It's important to cut these opportunities before they hurt you, before they create a more deadly situation for you, because I'm seeing that someone's like trying to poison you, in a figuratively, not literally. It could be literally. So it's important to be in the King of Swords energy in the sense of calling bullshit when you see bullshit or when you hear bullshit. The Five of Wands is intertwined conflict, because the Five is about resolution through conflict. So no matter which five you get, it's going to be conflict. It's even the Five of Pentacles, even if it's not conflict, it's being cut out. It's ending relationships, or it's being put out in the cold from relationships. Even if it's internally, you're putting yourself out in the cold. But the Five of Wands is there's passion, but no one seems to be in line with each other's wands, so they're like fighting each other with each other's wands. So the Five of Wands tells me that there's misaligned passion, there's misaligned intention. If you are working with other individuals, there's misaligned collision of where you're going together, because you have the Five of Wands, but you're spread thin and you're all tangled up in this mess, and you're not even able, one person wants to go here, one person, and so it never goes anywhere. And I'm getting this has to do with a project. The back of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. So yes, this is a third party situation, because we also have a Three of Swords. So this is definitely has to do with working with other people. Gemini energy right now is about relationships, communicating with relationships, building a foundation together. But you're not able to. So with the King of Swords, it's cutting the bullshit, it's the wands, it's cutting the passion, and it's getting to the crystal clear mind of what you need to do in order to elevate. And if you have to be careful, because if you're in your Five of Wands energy and you're too encompassed in your passion, your fire energy, what's going to happen is that with the Seven of Cups and the Five of Wands, you're intertwined with other individuals' perception, and it creates a backstabbing. What you need to do is you need to look at the illusions, and you need to look at the conflicts you're facing right now. The illusion of the cups that people are giving you is constantly creating conflict, and it is constantly going into conflict. So you really need to look into where it's a fumbling of wands. There is a misdirection. It's like a reverse chariot where you have all your horses going everywhere and no one is inclined to raising their wand and being clear-headed about it. And sometimes the King of Swords, he has to see who's fumbling his wands, who's creating the diversion, who's creating the illusions in his life. Because what I'm getting is this is almost like the Game of Thrones Littlefinger, and a king or queen needs to constantly see who's feeding, like why is it that the Seven of Cups I'm feeding, that I'm constantly refilling, it's constantly getting me into conflicts, and I'm not able to get anywhere with my passion. There's no point in having passion, in having this fire beneath you, when it literally goes nowhere, where it just creates a forest fire but doesn't create a fortitude of passion for others. Like it doesn't feed you. It just burns the forest that you built, or burns the kingdom that you have built. So you really need to look at the people close to you. It says your friends can help you, but I'm getting that these are individuals that have been putting pins in you, that have been actually making it more difficult for you, and you're constantly fighting with these people when they should be refilling your cup. They should be refilling your wine, but instead it's creating this illusion of authority. And who is the authority? 20. This is a dead end. Reevaluate where this is going. Again, the seven of cups, the 5 of wands, it's going nowhere. And the King of Swords knows to backtrack. Always lead with your intellect, even when leading with the heart, even when leading with the passion. Always reevaluate. Circle back to your first intention. Are these individuals actually nourishing my cups, or are they just feeding me illusions? Or are they just feeding my emotions, but they're not feeding the mind? They're not feeding what's actually there. So this is about being truthful, being realistic, not being fed information, to seeing information for what it is, no matter how difficult it is to hear. So we're seeing a dead end, wrong timing, but trust that all will work out for the highest good. And as what I stated, or not the first card, but the back of the deck energy, it's about stop obsessing. So this is an unfound fear, and you're allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. Stop obsessing and allow it to all just work out by itself. In order for it to allow to work out for itself with the King of Swords energy, it's allow the illusions to create illusions for themselves. Allow the illusions, the people that are trying to create the 7 of cups for you in your life, to mystify you, to fill your cup with something that doesn't even sustain you. Allow these people to go in conflict with themselves. Don't even try to bother with it. Don't even bother with these people. Like, if people are trying to bring you into their energy, allow yourself to be in the King of Swords energy, where allow people to cancel themselves out, and don't even bother with trying to figure out what the illusion is, what the right cup is, by getting in these people's energy. 5 of Swords, through conflict, through illusions, through trying to fool people by being a magician. Oh, which cup is it in? Which cup is it in? Let's do a magic trick. No, you're in the King of Swords energy, where a sword is no bullshit, no tact, no magic tricks. It cuts through the illusions, it cuts through the magic trick, and it sees it for what it is. And that might mean some bloodshed. That might mean some sacrifice from you or from other people, or just cutting ties with people and reserving your energy for what your power is, the intellect. I'm seeing like don't feed into the gossip of the 7 of Cups. It's what happens when we drink too much. We create there's these illusions, the alcohol feeds us. Too many drinks and we're fed. Things don't appear as what they are. Don't get sucked into the drama. So be in the black and white. Only assume what has been communicated to you directly.